I was in prison for 15 years. There was a skinwalker in there with us. I served 15 years in a penitentiary in southern Arizona. During my stay, countless unexplainable things happened that no one wanted to talk about. It all started with a prison legend. A year before I arrived, guards discovered something horrifying during morning count. A prisoner who had a cell to himself looked off. When guards checked, they found it wasn't the prisoner at all. It was a different man wearing the inmate's skin draped loosely over him like a suit. The most terrifying part? This man wasn't an inmate. They had no record of him. No idea how he got into a locked cell. And they never found the body of the inmate whose skin he was wearing. That's what started the skinwalker rumors. The man was transferred out, but his legacy remained. An old Navajo inmate named Carl told everyone about actual skinwalkers from his tribe's legends. According to him, skinwalkers could mimic humans, but not perfectly. They twitched, had unnatural gaits, and couldn't quite get speech right. But Carl warned us about something worse. He believed a grandmaster skinwalker lived among us, one so skilled it could perfectly imitate humans. This one realized it had a revolving door of victims coming to it. Carl said one night, "It's been here for years, picking us off slowly." Some inmates laughed it off. Others were terrified. Because in our prison, people didn't snap like normal. They didn't lash out or commit suicide. They just changed. They'd stop talking, start hunching over, let their hair hang in front of their face, shuffle around alone during rec time, and within weeks of this change, they'd be mysteriously transferred without warning. Then there were the nighttime occurrences. Short, loud bursts of sound echoed through the cell block. A mix between dying pig squeals and nails on a chalkboard. Shadows would flit across my cell walls when no guards were nearby. Once, I woke to find a perfect silhouette of a person on my wall, but my cellmate was asleep and no one was outside. Worst were the footsteps. Everyone feared them. Sometimes at night, you'd hear unnaturally fast, wet, slapping sounds racing from one end of the block to the other. Whatever made them moved inhumanly fast. By the time you heard it approaching and turned to look, the sound was already 3 cells past you. A week before my release, my cellmate, a good friend, snapped in that same way. I barely slept that final week, never turning my back on him. One night, I woke to see him somehow squeezing his body through the cell bars, something physically impossible given their spacing. The worst part? He was coming back into our cell. On my release day, I didn't say a word to him, just left. As I walked along the fence, I spotted him in the yard, standing alone like he had all week. I shook my head, not even sure if it was really him anymore. I took one final look over the yard from the other side of the fence. I wish I hadn't. There, standing alone on the opposite side, was Carl, hunched over, eyeing other inmates, and twitching manically. The Grandmaster had been right under our noses the whole time.